Picture this. You walk into a Las Vegas casino expecting glitz and glamour, but instead get slammed with $60 check-in fees, $50 resort fees, and $25 cocktails. As one Redditor put it, this is why we just sleep in the car. This isn't accidental. Casinos are squeezing out the middle class. With visitor numbers down 11.3% in June alone, 400,000 fewer people, Vegas faces its worst tourism crisis in years. Let's dive in. 1. The deliberate elimination strategy. Caesars Entertainment CEO Tom Reeg put it bluntly during a 2023 analyst call. "You're kicking out the lowest end. I see no reason that needs to stop or would stop." And think about that for a moment. The CEO of one of the world's largest casino companies openly admitted they're intentionally driving away customers. 2. The death of Vegas magic. Remember when Vegas was about spectacle for everyone? When families could watch the Mirage volcano erupt for free or catch the pirate battles at Treasure Island? Those days are dead. The iconic Mirage volcano, which had been wowing visitors since 1989, was demolished in August 2024 to make way for Hard Rock's guitar-shaped tower. On its final night, crowds packed the sidewalks, desperate to see one last piece of Vegas history before it vanished forever. But the volcano wasn't alone. Treasure Island's pirate shows, first Battle of Buccaneer Bay and later Sirens of TI, entertained millions over 20 years before being permanently shuttered back in 2013. These weren't just shows, they were free attractions that drew crowds and created the electric atmosphere that made being a high roller worthwhile. Even smaller attractions are disappearing. Marvel's Avengers, STATION, at Treasure Island closed permanently on January 1st, 2024, leaving another empty space where wonder once lived. 3. The high roller obsession. So who are casinos courting instead? The whales, players who bet millions per session, like Australian billionaire James Packer, who regularly runs bets into the millions at Bellagio and Venetian, or Floyd Mayweather, whose gambling appetite is enormous, to say the least. These VIPs get treatment that sounds like a fantasy: private jets or helicopter transfers, chauffeur services featuring high-end vehicles such as Rolls-Royce or Bentley, and lavish penthouse suites and villas, several of which are available by invite only. But here's the dirty secret. According to John Eidsmoe's book, Legalized Gambling, America's Bad Bet, it's actually gamblers from the lower and lower middle classes in the United States that provide much of the gambling money, not high rollers. Vegas is literally chasing away their bread and butter customers. 4. The price gouge strategy. How are they driving you away? Let me count the ways. Resort fees have exploded. MGM Resorts raised resort fees by $3 to $8 per night in December 2024, the second increase that year. These fees now average $40 to $55 per night, and that's on top of room rates that have already skyrocketed. Worse gambling odds. According to industry analysts, blackjack tables offering only 6 to 5 payouts instead of the traditional 3 to 2 ratio have become increasingly common across the Strip. That means your $10 bet now only nets $2 in winnings instead of $5 when you hit 21. Astronomical food and drink prices. Visitors frequently report extreme pricing, with some Reddit users documenting instances of $50 water bottles, $25 for cocktails, and $30 for pancakes. As one Redditor put it, $25 drinks, $30 pancakes, $35 burgers, and on top of it, you have to tip? Nobody wants to give you 20% on top of the already exorbitantly overpriced S. 5. Real stories from the trenches. The human cost of this strategy is devastating. Holly Lang, a 47-year-old cocktail waitress at MGM Grand, says, "I'm seeing a lot less ups than I normally would. We've definitely got a lot less foot traffic and a lot less people gambling. Another Las Vegas server reported that tip revenue decreased by half compared to last summer due to aggressive upselling tactics, repetitive restaurant concepts, and a lack of genuine hospitality. One TikTok user who works as a waitress on the Strip said, "Last year, around this time I made $300 to $500 in tips, and today I just walked home with $124. And tourists? They're furious. A guest at the Flamingo discovered they were being charged an extra $60 for early check-in, on top of what they already paid for the room. His tweet about it went viral. 6. The numbers don't lie. The strategy is backfiring spectacularly. Hotel occupancy dropped 2.1 percentage points to 78.9%. Average daily room rates fell 5.5% to $185.24. Revenue per available room plummeted 7.6%. Las Vegas Strip Casino net income crashed 40.4% in 2024, despite revenue increasing 6.2%. Think about that last statistic for a moment. Casinos made more money, but kept 40% less of it. That's the definition of unsustainable business. 7. The property tax reality. Here's what casino executives don't want you to know about their economic impact. Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority collected a record $382.7 million in room taxes in fiscal 2024, an 8.1% increase. But officials expect a slowdown for 2025 and are budgeting for less revenue. About 34% of Clark County room tax goes to the LVCVA. The rest benefits public education and transportation improvements. Las Vegas is already confronting a $110 million budget deficit, with C-tax revenue expected to drop 5.6% to $418 million. When tourism drops, everyone pays the price through reduced public services and higher local taxes. 8. The stadium analogy that explains everything. Imagine an NFL stadium where only the luxury boxes have people in them, while the rest of the seats sit empty. How long would those luxury box holders keep paying premium prices if they were the only ones creating atmosphere? That's exactly what's happening in Vegas. Local casinos targeting residents are seeing up to 50% revenue increases, while Strip properties struggle. Why? Because locals' casinos still understand that volume and atmosphere matter. As one Reddit user put it, they broke the compact with the common man. It was a given that you would lose the money you brought gambling, but for that, you would eat pretty well, have a clean room, and access to a pool. That compact is shattered. One local explained, "I liked going to the Strip, but lots of fun things are now being nickel and dimed by the casinos. And by nickel, I mean $25, and by dime, $50. Todo es súper caro, y las empresas son súper codiciosas." Another local noted the monopolization problem. Vegas was ruined once MGM and Caesars bought everything. Monopolies suck. COVID also messed a lot of stuff up. Like Peppermill was 24 hours, and same with most stuff on the Strip. Even industry insiders are speaking out. One employee of a major casino company posted, "I work for one of those greedy corporations and they are ruining our city." VPs and executives get bonuses for cutting costs and staying under budget while raising prices to astronomical levels. The pieces of cess. SWAS that I work for even eliminated most live entertainment and have leased out space to boost their profits. 9. The competition is watching. While Vegas prices itself out of the market, competitors are moving in. Budget-conscious tourists are checking into small desert towns just beyond Las Vegas, where newly renovated resorts and low-cost casinos are drawing in visitors priced out of the city. Atlantic City is promoting itself as a budget-friendly option, while tourism boards for Napa Valley and Cabo San Lucas are touting experiences that can clobber Vegas pricing when value is factored in. As one travel agent noted, when you can go to an all-inclusive in Mexico cheaper than Las Vegas, you are going to choose Mexico. Vegas used to be a big seller. Hardly anyone asks anymore. Their greed took over. 10. The international exodus. The damage extends globally. Canadian visitors, Vegas's biggest international market, are pulling back, with many Canadians scrapping their travel plans to the U.S., partly due to political tensions. Multiple tourism industry reports indicate significant declines in international visitor spending to the U.S., with various estimates ranging from $12 billion to $29 billion in potential losses, making the U.S. one of the few major economies to see such a decline in international tourism revenue. But here's the twist that casino executives hoped you'd never figure out. This isn't just about greed, it's about desperation. Younger generations are abandoning traditional casinos for online gambling. With one expert noting, young people have 40 options to gamble on their phones from the comfort of their own home. The U.S. online gambling market hit $12.68 billion in 2024, directly competing with Vegas's traditional model. So instead of innovating and adapting, casinos doubled down on squeezing their remaining customers harder. Want to know how bad it's gotten? As of March 2025, only 8 all-you-can-eat buffets remain on the Strip, down from dozens just years ago. Those that survive are double or triple the price, with declining quality and customer service. The buffet was the ultimate Vegas equalizer, where a construction worker from Ohio could eat alongside a millionaire from Manhattan. Now even that democratic tradition is dead. University of Nevada, Las Vegas economics professor Stephen Miller predicted a slow contraction through 2026, warning that gross gaming revenue over time will likely return to pre-pandemic trends as savings and discretionary income return to where they were before the pandemic. Meanwhile, small, long-standing businesses are closing. Poker Palace, a family-owned casino that served North Las Vegas since 1974, announced it would close permanently in October 2025, laying off 126 employees. What happens next? Vegas faces a choice: continue chasing whales while the ocean dries up, or remember what made it legendary in the first place. Some industry leaders are finally waking up. Tourism consultant Desiree Stokes-Bloom recommended a moratorium on resort fees to spur interest in travel to Southern Nevada, though only Resorts World Las Vegas has eliminated fees so far. Nevada Gaming Control Board is considering rule changes to lower financial entry thresholds for private gaming salons and introduce more flexibility, though critics argue this just creates more exclusive spaces for wealthy players. But real change requires admitting what every economics textbook teaches: sustainable business isn't built on eliminating your customer base. Here's my question for you. Have you experienced the Vegas price gouge firsthand? Did you notice attractions disappearing or prices skyrocketing during your last visit? Share your stories in the comments below, because your experiences matter more than any corporate earnings report. And if you want to stay informed about how major destinations are changing and what it means for travelers like us, subscribe to Broken Foundations. We're here to cut through the corporate spin and tell you what's really happening to America's iconic destinations. What do you think? Is Vegas killing itself by chasing only high rollers? Or are they adapting to economic reality? Let me know in the comments.